When we use things like ls or mkdir, they seem to be built in inside bash, but that's not the case. They are actually just separate programs that live somewhere inside my operating system. But when I do ls, bash knows where this program lives and runs it. And the way this information is stored inside bash is called environment variables. If I do env, I can see the list of all the variables that exist currently in my session. Some of them are system-specific, some of them were created by me, and some of them were created by other apps. You can see something familiar like your home directory here or your username here. And one of those variables is called path. It's a list of all the places where bash searches for the commands that you type. So when I type ls or mkdir, bash looks inside this directory first, then inside this directory next, etc., until it finds this program. If it doesn't find the program, then it says so. So if I try to run something that doesn't exist, then it will just say, I could not find this command. It couldn't find anything in either of those folders. I can check where a particular program is by doing which. So if I do which ls, I can see it's in /bin/ls. And if we take a look inside bin, you see some other files and ls is among them. We can create new variables by doing the simple syntax var, that's the name of your variable, it could be anything, and then equals and the value. So now I have this new variable and I can, for example, print it out using echo, and then var with a $sign like this. This is the value that we have stored. And to delete this variable, we use the unset command. So if we do unset var and then try to echo again, there's nothing. Maybe you've heard of bash scripts. Those are just text files with bash lines inside them. You can pretend it's bash and write comments inside the text file, and then ask bash to run this file. It will go ahead and run all the commands one by one. So I'm in my home directory and I have a script called myscript. This is how it looks like. It's just one line, and I can repeat the same line just here in bash, or I can run the script by doing this. As you can see, it echoes this text, and then it echoes the value of my variable. But my variable is obviously not set, so there's no value. It just says my variable is and nothing. So let us create this my variable and give it some value and run the script again. It didn't work. It didn't see the value of my variable. And the problem is, when we do it this way, we create this variable inside the same session. And when we run a new program or a new script, it runs in another new session. So that session doesn't see the variables inside our session. There are two ways to fix this. First, we can specify the value of a variable for the new session on the same line. So I can do my variable equals 56 or 567, and then run my script on the same line. And this way it works. Another way is export this value so that it's shared among all the sessions. And to do that, we can do export my variable. Now we can run my script just like this, and it will work. And if we take a look inside env, you can see that somewhere here, over here, there is my variable, and it's in the list of all the environment variables. So I was able to run my script because I'm in the directory where the script is located. And if I go one level up, for example, now I'm in /users, I cannot do this. My script, it doesn't exist. If I try this, it doesn't exist. It doesn't work. And that's because the directory where my script is located is not inside path. So we can fix this by adding some new information in path. We can do this way. Path equals, and I know that this my script was in users, then my name, and then with a semicolon, I'll add the rest of the path. So that if we look inside path now, you see that first thing goes my directory and then everything that was in path before. Now, if I try to run my script, it actually works because now bash knows that you have to look inside my home directory to look for my script.